Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the full year 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do have a recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on, especially because we're talking full year here. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Well, let's go ahead and run through. I can't believe we're talking 2024 already. But in column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So this is going to be some of the big events of 2023, some of the things we're leaving behind in 2023. The next column are going to be big events for 2024, so just kind of a general peek at 2024 here. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. It's almost like an advice column as we go into 2024. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions regarding the new year, a healing note for you. We're going to do a crystal of the year. We're also going to do a letting go note. You know, we need to let go of 23, get ready for 2024. And then I have an angel wishes deck, which is going to be a message from a loved one who's passed away to you, Cancer. But let's go ahead and get into it. Again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close? It's almost like reflection or recap of 2023. So the first card we have here is shift. So lots of shifts, lots of changes for you in these last few months, or even really throughout 2023 here, Cancer. So I feel like you may be feeling like you're coming off a year of change. Maybe there wasn't a lot of constant, there was a lot of change, lots of shifts. But let's take a look and see what other messages we've got here. Change is, of course, not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, starting at our top, first up we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a communication card, very much so big communication card. So I feel like you've done a great job of communicating, collaborating. Maybe there are people you struggle to communicate with. Maybe there are people you stopped communicating with here, Cancer. But nice variety of strong communication skills. So communication was a high point for you in 2023. Also, this is an honesty card. I feel like there's something you got honest with yourself on, you know. Maybe your perspective on something changed. You communicated very honestly. You know, we didn't really have any lies. We didn't have anything significant. But again, it's like, I feel like I'm hearing you got honest with yourself on something that had happened. The next card we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. This is a card of abundance. I love to see this. I feel like you had an abundance of time this year, an abundance of support, potentially an abundance of money, an abundance of energy. Lots of nice positive abundances here with the Empress card. Again, this is a card of creation. So this gave yourself ample ability to create the things that you want, to go after the things that you want, start to bring that reality into focus for yourself. This is also a good parenting card, so congratulations to all of you wonderful parents out there, Cancer. And this is also a card of pregnancy and fertility, so perhaps some of your families grew in 2023. And at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very much so a love card. It's like ideal. This is like knight in shining armor, prince or princess charming, very romantic, very proposal. So we could have had some engagements, some marriages, a new relationship, or just honestly a nice, healthy relationship in 2023. So definitely like that love energy there at the bottom. Let's take a look at our clarifiers, see what other messages I can give you here. First up, we have the Page of Cups. Again, definitely there was some opportunity for love here. This could be a new family member, again, new baby, new dog, new cat, new horse, whatever it may have been. Definitely some sort of new love, it seems, potentially new friendships as well. This is also about being studious and hardworking. So I feel like there was something that you really regularly worked on in 2023. The next card we have is the King of Pentacles. Love to see this. This is typically a money card, specifically making good investments. But this could be other things. Maybe you invested your time in the right place. You invested your love in the right place. Lots of really nice, solid, practical, wise, good investments in 2023. And at the bottom here, we have the Star card. The Star card's a card of hope, renewal. I love this. I feel like I see you looking forward and looking very hopeful and positive to 2024. So nice ending card for the bottom here. Also, the Star card with that big yellow star on the top there can be a card of being in the spotlight. So some of you could have been in the spotlight, got some sort of recognition or award in 2023 as well. Now moving on to our next column, which is just general, what's coming for 2024. We have the card Rediscovery. Rediscovery is pretty literal. I feel like this could be rediscovering a friendship, rediscovering a relationship. This could be rediscovering a hobby, something you're passionate in. You could be rediscovering a job. Maybe we're going back to work somewhere where we've worked before, but we're rediscovering something joyful, something we enjoy. But let's take a look at our cards here. First up, we have the King of Pentacles. We just touched on this one. This is solid, practical, wise. Be very practical as we go into 2024. But this is, again, the investment card. So this is a wise investment card. So I think you are going to be given some investment opportunities in 2024. I really like them. When we see the King of Pentacles, they're good investments for you, Cancer. So get those investments in where you can, those ones that feel good to you. This could be an old investment too, like maybe something you've invested in previously, that kind of opportunity resurfacing. Taking a look at our Judgment card. I always love the Judgment card. This is one that's favorable for you, Cancer. So lots of favorable outcomes. This is also making a final decision. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but there will be like a cold turkey, drop dead type decision made at some point during this year regarding something. This is also about being on our life's path, on our life's purpose. So when you think about the grand scheme of life and where we need to be and who we want to be, more so even, I feel like we're well on our life's path in 2024, which is nice to see. And at the bottom here, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a circle of support. Potentially, we're, again, rediscovering some friends that we've gotten disconnected from, so love to see that. Big time circle of support. Also, tons and tons of celebrations. I feel like there will be lots of weddings, baby showers, birthday parties, all kinds of parties this year. I see you doing lots and lots of parties, lots and lots of celebrations there, Cancer. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of commerce, a card of growth. Quite frankly, if we're seeking new money in 2024, Cancer, investments is going to be the way to go about it, it seems. So again, that commerce and growth tied very directly to that King of Pentacles card. So definitely opportunity to grow your money there. The next card that we have is the Hangman. So this is kind of a stagnant card. At some point things might get kind of stale, but again, that's where that cold turkey drop dead decision comes into place. The nice thing about the Hangman, this is like a card of gaining wisdom, gaining perspective. So at some point, information is going to become very obvious to you, Cancer, and at that point you'll be able to make that decision. So well-informed decision there. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of surprises. This is kind of an interesting and broad message here, Cancer. There, I think, will be a lot of surprises this year. There can even be surprise parties. Again, I feel like I see you going to a ton of parties. But I feel like it's like surprise after surprise. It's like, surprise, this person's pregnant. Surprise, this person's engaged. So it's like fun surprises. But lots of surprises, lots of celebrations going into the new year. There is kind of a sense of discontentment with our Four of Cups, potentially lack of fulfillment, a feeling of apathy. So do kind of have your eyes on that, have a pulse on it. In general, though, I feel like we're on our life's path. So if we ever start to feel a little bit discontent, I think we need to address it right away. That's my advice for you going into 2024. Okay, now let's talk money. So our next column, a quick money message for you for 2024. Find ways to experience joy during the process of creating money. This will allow it to come faster, easier, and more consistently. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, anything you associate with money. We've already kind of touched on this, Cancer. I feel like investments is going to be your big win to money for 2024. Let's take a look here. First up, we have our 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having lots of burdens. I do think you're going to have a really busy year. So please be careful of getting burnt out. I feel like there's no shortage of projects. There's no shortage of work here, Cancer. So just be aware of that. I do feel like there is a pretty significant uptick in busyness coming for some of you. So again, be aware of that too. What could be maybe feeling like kind of an easy, cushy job could really ramp up. But be cautious about getting stressed, getting burnt out. With the 10 of Wands, we also need to be careful about like what we commit to. If your workload is too heavy, if we're already feeling stressed, we're already feeling exhausted, do not continue to say yes, yes, yes to more work, right? Okay, now, oops, not the 10 of Wands again. Our next card here, we have the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is again that kind of busy card. It's juggling lots of things. It's weighing your options. It's prioritizing. It's trying to get done all things. So my advice to you as you manage this workload is to prioritize. I feel like you're going to be doing a ton of multitasking, but most importantly, there will be multiple times where we really have to figure out exactly what the priority is and make sure at a minimum the priorities are getting done because there's so much to get done. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. It's urge to create. This could also be a card of new projects, and I do think there will be, again, an abundance of new tasks and new projects. So busy year. Doesn't feel bad, but it feels busy. So again, be really cautious of that burnout. The clarifiers we have here, first up we have the Knight of Pentacles. I love to see this actually here, Cancer, for you. The Knight of Pentacles is very much so nose to the grindstone. It's super hardworking, but the nice thing with the Knight of Pentacles, you reap the benefits of your hard work. So not all of this hard work is going without being noticed. So it is going to take you good places. It's seen. You're going to reap the benefits of it. But nonetheless, it is very much so nose to the grindstone, hard work here. The next card we have is the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is a necessary transition. It's interesting. So I feel like, again, for a lot of you, you're going from a much slower pace to a much more speedy pace. But I think we're going to be glad that we did, because it's like either work will increase or like maybe potentially you could have gotten laid off, Cancer. So I feel like this is the better path. I think you're going to be happier on the increase than what the other outcome could have been, right? So there will be more work, but it's better for you than the alternative. Yeah, so it does look like that transition is necessary. Also, again, I feel like we went from having all the time to do all things to then having to say no and prioritize. So that's going to be an important transition for you as well. At the bottom here, we have the Tower card. The Tower card's a card potentially of unwanted change. I typically tell people you plan for ABC, but DEF ends up happening, Cancer. So some of these new projects are not things maybe you're used to or have done before. The nice thing with the Tower card is this tears down walls. You see the lightning is striking the tower here, and it's essentially shattering the walls. So it's breaking down walls. In the end, it's going to give you more opportunities. So these new things you're being asked to do are just adding to your wonderful skill base here, Cancer. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Quick love message here for you. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Cancer. So first things first, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is our desire for long-term security. So there is something I see that you want in love that we don't necessarily have yet. Nice thing is I do think you'll get this in 2024, but again, there's like a little piece of love that I feel like that's missing. So a little something, something coming in here. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is the new thing coming in. This is the clarity of the thing that we want. This is clarity of receiving the thing that we want. And then here at the bottom, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wonderful card. This has a literal meaning of wishes coming true. So this is great to see here, Cancer. Again, there's this thing that we want. This is us finding out it's coming true, and then this is literally the wish coming true with the Nine of Cups. This is also a really good health card, so I love to see this. Good health for you throughout the year, good health for your family. Those are very important things. So love to see both of those coming into play as well. Now taking a look at our clarifiers, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, and in this case, we are trusting our heart here, Cancer. So get to the bottom of this thing that we want. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. You see this horse and rider, they're like rearing, ready to go. This is the freedom to go and get the thing that you want. This is the freedom for it to come to reality. This is the creative creation type ability to make it reality. And at the bottom here, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is cause and effect. So again, knowing what we want, receiving it, it's kind of that win-win solution. So again, getting what we want here. The Justice card is also good for legal matters, contracts, things of the court. So anything of that sort in terms of love, definitely favorable outcome there for you as well. Okay, now taking a look at our fifth and final column, a message from our future self or spirit guides. Again, this is like advice to take into 2024 here, Cancer. We have the Core card. I just actually said this, so it's so funny that this card's coming up. I was just telling you, lead with your heart. Let your heart tell you what you want. Core is about doing all of those things that feel good with your heart. So let 2024 be filled with the things that you enjoy. Be filled with the things that you love. But let's take a look here and see what we're working with. Again, we have the Tower card coming up. The Tower card can be unwanted change, but it's more like, again, you plan for A, B, C, and D, E, F ends up happening. So I think there will be some unexpected curves in the road. That's not a bad thing. The nice thing with the Tower card is we always end up exactly where we need to be. And I feel like as things come up, Cancer, you kind of have to check and adjust in the moment and find the positives, find the feel-good things in any situation. The next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of skill, quality, craftsmanship. Again, do your best work, but spend your time working on the things that feel so good in your heart. And at the bottom here, we have the three. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is speed, action, quick change. Things are going to be moving. Things are going to be popping up that are unexpected. It's going to be a fast-paced year for you, Cancer. 2024 is going to be a busy one. Again, you just kind of got to roll with it. And again, find the positive in any situation. Find the things that make you feel good. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Emperor card. The Emperor card is very much so a long-term card. So again, these things are going to play out, maybe not exactly the way we want them to, but in the long term, the long run, the big picture, the Tower card is always putting you where you need to be. The next card we have is the Six of Wands. We talked about the Three of Pentacles, putting your best foot forward, that skill, that quality, that craftsmanship. There's going to be a lot of successes because of that. The Six of Wands is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So lead with that best foot forward, and it's so much easier when, again, we do things that feel good at our core. And last but not least, with our Six of Cups, this is very much so receiving. So you see one person handing something else here. This is receiving news. This is receiving the change. This is kind of going with the flow. The Six of Cups is also like allow the past to guide you forward too. So as we're kind of in this influx state, we have some nostalgia, some reflections. So keep that in mind with the Six of Cups as you've maybe been down similar paths before. Okay, now at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. So questions about 2024. If you don't have questions in mind now, you can pause the video and think of them. But question number 1, we have the King of Diamonds, number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 9 of Hearts. This is number 16 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 5 of Diamonds, number 28 card. That's going to be a yes. We're going to pull a card from our, our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month, or excuse me, not the month, but full year 2024. You have period out this month, which is good for tolerance, allows for mistakes, helps keep self-worth top of mind, helps keep you open-minded, and is very, very authentic. I mentioned we're also going to pull a card from our Let Go deck. You know, we need to let go of 2023 and be ready for 2024. We have the card Sip in Air Without Rushing Towards the Future. The present is worth enjoying. Okay, and a message from our Angel Wishes deck. This is a loved one who has passed away. A message from them to you. If in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But I hope you have the best 2024, Cancer.